Where are you going? Come over here. It's raining. Come on. You don't need wet dog smell in the house.
I'm not out of the woods yet in terms of the need to be careful with my injury, but the doctor says I could start using my hand a little more normally than I have been, and that it's actually good for me to do so. That works out well because I've been using it more than he told me I could already. Either way, I'm confident that I'm strong enough to balance the wheelbarrow without strapping into the contraption I put on it earlier this month.
Well, that was a good little workout. I'm not sure how this is going to work. I have basically taken 1, 2, 3 chunks at a time and broken them up into these 1, 2, and 3 rows. So you can see I took a chunk out of there, I'd put it there, skipped one, took that chunk and put it here, and then followed that pattern all the way down the rows. And I can tell from here that, I just did it by eyeball, I didn't measure or anything, just kind of went down quickly. There's going to be way more compost in the first row, a little less in the second row, and hardly any in the third row. So what I'm going to do now, I think, is rake them out. I don't know, I might actually go back through to the first row and take a little bit off each pile and send it over to the third row. Because if I don't get enough in the third row, I'm going to have to go over to the compost pile on the other side of the raspberries, or the blackberries rather, and wheelbarrow it over. So I think that's what I'll do first, is go down and shovel a little bit off each pile. What the hell? Alright, I'm not gonna lie, this feels pretty awesome to have this stone wall reclaimed. I'm actually gonna move this stone wall. So this is the last garden bed, this 30 inches. kind of ends right here. And I want there to actually be a gate that I can drive in, back the truck in, because the compost is right there. I want that tree and that tree to be where the posts are. So this stone wall is right in the middle of that. So this stone wall needs to move to here so that I can back a truck in here, put a gate in over there. So it's a lot of work to move a stone wall, and it may seem silly to move it, whatever that is, 4 feet, but you know, this is where we live and I want it to be the way I want it to be. So I don't mind doing the work. I actually enjoy masonry work like that. So anyway, it's nice to have this reclaimed. I've totally desiccated these blackberries, which if I were younger and less experienced would have terrified me, but this time next year you won't even be able to tell I've done this. They'll be growing up. If I am successful in moving this stone wall over, the blackberries that are all through here and trying to take over the garden will grow up through the stone wall, as is evidenced by the fact that they're doing that here. So anyway, first step before I'm moving any stone walls is to finish planting. The pumpkins are gonna go here, some corn. I gotta get this all done, but you know, only a little while ago this was a mess, so it's looking better already.